Hey guys, so in today's video I will be doing my January favorites. It's February 1st already. That's insane. It's crazy. Can't believe the first month of the year is already gone. Ooh. And tomorrow is me and my husband's wedding anniversary. It's our second wedding anniversary and we actually get to spend this year together, which is very exciting since he was deployed last year. So that's really exciting. So I have accumulated some products from the last 2 months. Since December I didn't do a monthly favorites, I did like my yearly roundup. So over the last 2 months I've collected some products that I really love and some products that I really don't care for. So I've got a lot. I don't want to chat too much, so let's just get into it. So the first product I wanted to talk about is this Too Faced Cocoa Contour Palette. I got this mainly because of Kathleen Lights. She influences a lot of my purchases and she says that this is her favorite contour kit on the market. I've been using it pretty much every day that I've done my makeup. I really like this dark cocoa to kind of like do like an all over sort of bronze, like lightly, and then this medium cocoa to just hollow out the points of like my cheeks and my temples and that sort of thing. And then I use it for like my nose and like under my lip and my chin. And then it comes with a pop of light that is like not anything, like they really could have just ditched this powder altogether. I don't know if you can even tell. It's just really like chunky powdery glitter. So I mean, I would have even preferred them to just like make it 3 pans and make the pans bigger. That would have been cool. And then just like totally nix this pop of light. All right, next up, I mentioned it in my yearly favorites video because I had just gotten it like the night before, and I actually purchased it the same order as my Too Faced Cocoa Contour Kit, and it is the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. The hype on this thing is so real. It is so good. I literally have used this every single time I've done my makeup. It's just so beautiful. It's what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. I just love all of like the matte warm shades. I really appreciate that there's so few shimmers in this palette. I think I've said this before that when it comes to like a palette, I much prefer like 10 mattes in one shimmer as opposed to 10 shimmers in one matte, because I just feel more comfortable doing my makeup with like a mostly matte look with like maybe like a pop of shimmer or no shimmer at all. And I'm just so in love with this palette. And like and like the pigment on this is so insane. Like here, you just one swipe, one swipe, one swipe. Like look at that. I'm so impressed. I'm so glad that I put aside my feelings of the Anastasia Self-Made palette because I did not care for that one whatsoever. That one really disappointed me, and decided to get this one and believed the hype that everyone was saying about this guy because it is just so beautiful. And in a couple weeks when I go to California, I'm definitely taking this. This is the only eyeshadow palette that I'm going to take with me. I'm just so in love with it. Like if it is available for you to get it and you're debating, do it. It's so good. Another face powder that I've been loving is actually this blush by Milani. It's one of their baked blushes. And this is in the shade Bellisimo Bronze, which for somebody who's like fair skin like me, this can be kind of like a scary blush, but I've really been liking it the past couple of months. I don't like, there's just something about it that's just really appealing. It's like orange. It's like a really deep like terracotta orange color, and I just think that it looks so flattering on the cheeks, and it brings a lot of warmth to the face. And obviously with these baked blushes, they have got like gold flecks running through it and everything, so it creates a nice glow to the skin, and is what I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. I just really like it for days where I'm going for like a more warm toned look. That's kind of my jam. I love warm toned looks and warm blushes, and this one is a really good one. And they just released like 2 new blushes and I cannot wait to get my hands on them. Very excited. All right, next up is not a new product. It's quite old, but it's new to me. I started doing my brows a completely different way than I normally did them in the past. Does that make sense? I'm in that like really rare moment every like 2 years or so where my eyebrows are actually like living life and doing good and you know, not disappointing me. It's because they're actually kind of like grown in. The tail is doing good, the arches are doing good, like I'm maintaining them and I haven't like overplucked them or shaved them like too dramatically. I go through a phase where I just get like really fed up and just kind of like shave off the tail and I just like, they look like really haggard. And right now they're doing good. So it's one of those like rare couple of months every like year and a half, 2 years, and so I'm embracing it. So what I've been doing to fill them in and just kind of like, you know, give them their final shape is using brow powder. And the brow powder that I've been using is this Anastasia Brow Duo in soft brown. And I've just really been enjoying this brow powder. I think that I've said this before, with brow powder, like you really need like one for your whole life, because like I'm never gonna go through that. Like even if I did my eyebrows like 3 times a day every single day for like 3 years, like I don't think I'm gonna go through this entire powder. But I like that it has a lighter cool, like I like that it's more cool tone than warm, because my eyebrows are naturally cool toned and they're very dark. So it comes with like the cool toned like brown, and then for the front of the brows, and then a darker brown for the, excuse you Ranger, a darker brown for the tail and arch and all that stuff. So, and like this blends out really well, but it's also super pigmented. Like I'm just really enjoying it. All right, next up, I made a BH Cosmetics purchase this past month, last month. I don't remember when I did it, but anyway, I never ordered from BH Cosmetics before, but I was really curious to try out their brushes and stuff, because I mean, they're really they're really affordable. I was trying to mix affordable and inexpensive. They're really cheap, and I've heard really good things, so I wanted to try them out myself. And also I really wanted to get the Shanaxo palette, so I did that. And I bought 2 brush sets, and one in particular I'm like really a big fan of. It is their like 14-piece something set, and it's pink. All the things are pink, and it comes in this pink travel bag, which I'm like, I didn't know when I bought it that it came with this, so I'm like, I was really excited. I just got brow powder on it. I was really excited because if you've watched my travel makeup video, what I travel with video, I'm like a hoarder of makeup bags, and I have like 3 makeup bags like that I always use every time I travel, and I think this is gonna replace one of them because it's perfect for brushes. Like this is a perfect makeup brush bag. I'm so in love with it, and it's so pretty. So it came with 14 pieces. It came with eye brushes as well as face brushes, and I have 4 that I've used every single day. I mean, I've used almost all the brushes since I got the set, but there are 4 brushes that I use every single time I do my makeup. The first one is this teeny tiny little brush. It's like a detail lip brush, I think. I don't know. These brushes have numbers 1 through 14, so this is 12. So I don't think that will really help, but because I don't think you can buy this set separately. But so it's this tiny little detail lip brush, and I use this for my inner corner highlight. This is like the perfect inner corner highlight brush because it's like stiff enough and like dense enough that it picks up a lot of the product, and it just like deposits it in a small enough little like patch that it doesn't like go overboard. You can like be very precise in like where you put it, and and I'm just really, really in love with it. Like, how silly that I'm like obsessed with an inner corner highlight brush, but it's like the cherry on top of your makeup, you know, like the inner corner highlight, kind of like the brow bone highlight. And having a really good brush like totally changes the game for you. Like it, you know, you don't realize how important an inner corner highlight brush is until you find one and you're like, oh my gosh, how did I live my life? So there's the first one. And then the next three are all pretty much like the same kind of deal. It's numbers 1, 2, and 3. This big fluffy angled brush I love using for like a light contour all over bronze. It's just like a really soft, big, fluffy brush that I really like for that. Number 2, I like using for blush. But you could also use this for like bronzer or powder or whatever. I just prefer using it for blush. And then the number 3 is this smaller domed kind of brush that I like using for the contours of my face. So all 3 of them really beautiful with the pink and the metal and this stuff, and they're really, really soft. And this set was super affordable. I think it was like 16 bucks or something, or 15 bucks. Or so my next favorite is this beauty sponge from L'Oreal. It's damp right now because I used it for my makeup today, and it's a little dirty because I used it for my makeup today. But it comes as like this size, maybe like a pinch bigger than this, but it is seriously my favorite non-beauty blender. Like, I like this more than my Real Techniques complexion sponge. It's just this, like, L'Oreal like totally killed it. Like, they did such a good job. It's squishy and it's not too dense, but it's not too squishy. It does not soak up like all of your product. It doesn't steal all of your product. It's super easy to clean. This is the easiest beauty sponge I have to clean, because I don't have to spend like 1,000 years trying to like scrub it into the soap and stuff to get all of the foundation and the crap out. And it just like, I don't know, I'm just so in love with it. I got mine from Walmart for I think $6, and L'Oreal came out with 2 other sponges. They have one for concealer and one for contour, and I know that the contour one looks really similar to the Real Technique sponge with like the dome and then like the flat edge. But this is the foundation sponge, and I want to go and buy like 3 more because they're just so good. Like, I'm so impressed. All right, last favorite is this mini citrus brush cleaner from Sephora. I think I talked about it in Empty's video before. I love spot cleaners for my brushes. I'm one of those super lazy girls that just hates cleaning my brushes. So this one is new to me. The one I had before didn't have a scent, and this one smells like lemons, and it smells so good. And I just want to show you like how incredible this is. So what you do is, let me pick a brush. Okay, here's this brush, and it's a little dirty, but I'm gonna make it dirtier. So like, let's say you just let's use an orange color. Okay, so I got my brush all nice and dirty, and you know, I used it and blah, blah, blah. So it's like still super dirty, right? So what you do is you just spray it, get a, like, this is just a washcloth, and then you just voila. As you can see, it's like, I mean, it's a little stained, but it's like all of the powders are off of it, and it's completely dry, so I can now go in and use it. Like, I don't have to wait for, you know, an hour for it to dry when you actually like clean your brushes. So I'm like totally in love with this. I love how it's quick drying. You don't need a whole lot of it. It smells super good. It doesn't like ruin my makeup brushes or anything like that. That was Ranger, in case anyone was curious. Okay, let's move on to the disappointing flops. The first one is what I have on my face right now. It's the foundation that I'm wearing right now. I am like very torn about how I feel about this. It's like I love it and I hate it. And it is the new L'Oreal Infallible Total Cover Foundation. I have mine in the shade 303 Nude Beige. So I love this foundation when I first put it on. When I first put this foundation on, my skin looks so beautiful. It looks airbrushed, it looks flawless. It really is like a fuller cover foundation. It's beautiful for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe. So this foundation's good for like short bursts of time. Like if you are gonna do like senior portraits, I think that this would be a beautiful foundation for that. If you have like a dinner date or like a lunch date where you're just going to be out and about for like an hour or two and you're not like doing errands. Like I feel like when I wear this and I'm doing any sort of like running errands or like, you know, any sort of activity, like it breaks up faster. So, you know, it's like I love it. It looks so beautiful, but it just is not like, it's not 24 hours. That's for ding dang sure. Not 24 hours. So the next two things, unfortunately, are very pricey, and I actually got them sent to me from Influencer, which is like a total bummer because I hate being like a brat. Like, I got it for free and I hate it. But, you know, the point of me having this channel is to talk about products and talk about things that I like and things that I don't like. So here are some things that I don't like, regardless if I got them sent to me or not. And hopefully if you were on the fence on whether or not you wanted to buy these, maybe like I could help you decide. So Influencer teamed up with Becca this month and sent out 2 of their new products. And as you can tell, they are disappointing and a flop to me. This is the disappointing one. This one's the flop. So this is the new Becca the Becca First Light Priming Filter, and it is supposed to be a very like luminous, dewy primer. It's supposed to make you just look really like fresh, glowy. It's purple, which is like a brightening sort of color. So you squirt it out and you're supposed to rub it in, and it's very kind of like slick and like not greasy, but it's just very like oily, like serum-y. And I mean, it smells delicious. It smells like Fruit Loops. It smells so good. But as far as it being like a luminous sort of primer, like I feel like it doesn't. I feel like it is so overpriced. I think that this is like $38 or something like that. And if you want a luminous primer, go to the drugstore, get the L'Oreal Lumi Primer, True Match Lumi Primer. I don't know, something like that. It comes like in a white tube and it has a pump, and that is definitely like MAC Strobe Cream. It is super luminous and it provides a lot of like dewy glowiness. All right, next is this new Becca powder, and it is the Soft Light Blurring Powder in Golden Hour. Okay, so I have a couple of things that I have a problem with this powder. First off, it's orange. This is like an orange powder, and I feel like anybody whose skin tone is not this color is not going to benefit from this powder. Like, it's like a pretty pigmented, powder. I feel like it's like, can you see it right there? Like, if you are any skin tone besides this, like, this is going to look so obvious on your face. And I've tried using like a big fluffy brush. I've tried using this so many different ways, and it just does not look good regardless of how I use it or what I use it with or where I put it on my face. It just does not look good, period. Like, I tried setting my under eye concealer with it. That was atrocious. It looked so bad. I instantly had to wash my face and start all over. Like, it looked so horrific. It's just like, it doesn't, if anything, it accentuates your pores. Like when I use like a bigger fluffy brush and I just dust it along my face, like it accentuates so much texture and all of my pores, and it just does not look okay good. Last thing, I know this video is a million years long. It is these makeup wipes by Clinique. They are the Clinique Take the Day Off Micelar Cleansing Towelettes for face and eyes. It comes in a pack of 50. I believe they run about like $15 or something like that, which is pretty pricey for face wipes, considering my favorite face wipes are from Walmart and they cost less than $4, and I get, I think, 40 of them. So here it is. So the thing I have an issue with, like the wetness is not the problem, and that's usually what I have a problem with makeup wipes, is that they're not wet enough, like they're not damp enough, and I feel like it's just like tugging at my skin. I feel like the whatever sort of makeup removing cleanser that's on this towelette is like so diluted that it's ineffective. I feel like whatever mixture they did to create the formula of these wipes, like they had like a gallon of water and then put in like a drop of makeup remover. Like they're just so diluted that it doesn't a really poor job of taking the makeup off. All right, and that completes this video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching and sticking it out. I know this is a long one. My chattier ones tend to be on the longer side. I'm sorry. I just had a lot to say. So if you liked it, if you like favorites videos in general, or if you like me, then please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you a part of the family and back every week to watch more videos. If you just did not get enough of me and you want more, I will list down below my Instagram, my Twitter, and my Snapchat for you to check out as well, along with all the things that I mentioned in this video. I will always link that down below, along with the link to Influencer. If you aren't a part of that community already, I highly, highly recommend it if you are a makeup junkie like myself. It's definitely worth checking out. It's free to download, and it's just cool to be a part of a community who loves products like you. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.